Again, bias is prejudice that falls into two categories, conscious and unconscious. We will discuss the last 8 of 16 types of interviewer bias. 1. Leniency bias occurs when an interviewer tends to go easy on a candidate, giving a higher rating than is reasonable and then attempting justification. 2. Negative emphasis bias occurs when the interviewer allows a small amount of negative information to outweigh positive information. 3. Nonverbal bias occurs when an interviewer is influenced by body language, such as a candidate who frowns when answering questions, rating them negatively even though their answers were correct. 4. Question inconsistency bias occurs when an interviewer asks different questions of each candidate. To a certain extent, this may be acceptable. However, to fairly compare each candidate's qualifications, the same questions to all candidates might establish a fairer baseline. 5. Recency bias occurs when the interviewer recalls the most recently interviewed candidate more clearly than earlier candidates. 6. Similar to me bias occurs when the candidate has interests or other characteristics that are the same as the interviewer's, causing the interviewer to overlook negative aspects about the candidate. For example, an interviewer who pledged to a sorority might select a candidate who pledged to the same sorority, even though the candidate's qualifications aren't the best for the position. 7. Beauty bias can exist if the interviewer prefers people perceived as good-looking, making judgments based on appearances and judging those they consider unattractive harshly. Another term for this phenomenon is called pretty privilege. 8. Stereotyping bias occurs when the interviewer assumes a candidate has specific traits because they are a member of a particular group, such as women. The interviewer could then assume that a woman would not be able to perform in a job that requires frequent, successful lifting of 50 to 100 pounds. There are numerous types of biases in the workplace. However, once interviewers and managers are aware, it's possible to reduce their negative impact on the selection process.